Martin Lum Kin once had dreams of becoming a doctor, but ended up falling in love with teaching. Then he went on to give this country 32 years of service at the primary school level. Now in 2022, he has just been elected as the president of TTUTA. And he joins us this morning on the Now Morning Show via Zoom. Good morning to you, Mr. Lum Kin, and congratulations.
Good morning, sir. Good morning to Trinidad and Tobago, and good morning to all our educators. Thank you for having me on your show.
Did you ever see yourself ending up in this role when you started this journey?
To be quite honest, no. I've always been happy being in the classroom. So being a teacher, I never thought of being in administration. So after in 2007, actually, I was promoted after I applied to senior teacher at Erie RC. And then in 2008, promoted to principal primary. I have always had that passion for the classroom, interacting with children and having to deliver both the curriculum and the hidden curriculum. I especially into sports and physical activities. So having the children out there in the field or the yard, seeing them play, enjoy themselves, do physical activities was always a pleasure for myself. Into trade unionism, I really didn't. My father was a politician and a good politician at that. And persons used to say that you would follow in his footsteps. I never thought so, and I mean, not getting too into race or anything, but people of Chinese descent are hardly into trade unionism, and well, they are into politics, but more trade unionism. So getting into the heart of TTUTA, although I am born bred second generation Trinidadian, the need for, and I probably have to say my parents and the schools that I attended would have always instilled in me that need for social justice, justice on a whole, fair play, equity. And that's what the union is about. It's about, getting social justice, defending the rights of those who are not able to. And so I guess reflecting on it, it was in my blood. So it started off at the district level. One of the staff reps who met me asked, do you have a staff rep at your school, staff representative? I said no, and he challenged me, said, why don't you take up the mantle? And from there, the St. Patrick District Representative Staff Association, the SRA, the members, they embraced me and would have seen something in me that I never myself saw. And so I got more involved. Eventually in 2010, I ran for third vice president. Again, persons would have seen, what I didn't see. I was successful at the polls both 2010 and 2013. And even when I demitted office in 2016, I continued to serve at the district level as chairman and at the different levels of committees. So
and you also would have served as the third vice president from 2010 to 2016, yeah?
Yes,
right. And now in 2022, you decided to go up for presidency against who would have been an incumbent president at the time, who would have been very much in the public domain and known by teachers and stuff. What inspired you to make that decision to say, all right, I'm going up for presidency?
So at the beginning of 2022, if you asked me, would I be returning to national office, I would have told you no. But there are persons in TTUTA, very stalwart persons who built this union, who would have wanted a change in terms of the policy direction, the way things are done. And they sought to find persons who would give themselves and volunteer to, because this is a service of love. The meetings and so on, all that we have to do it's a tough position. And so I was approached. It took some, cajoling. I spoke with my family firstly, my wife, my children, and got their blessings. I have always had their support. So in the short of it, yeah, persons would have approached me to because they saw that I had the leadership skills and qualities to take the association down a path that would ensure that the union continues to be that strong voice in the public domain.
And
And
what does that path look like, Mr. Lumpkin? Because we starting down a path here. Of course, we have new leadership
sorry,
in the union. So tell me, what does that path look like for you? Are you hearing
at
me,
this
Mr.
time,
Lumpkin?
sorry, it is going to be a bit challenging. Yes, yes, are you hearing me?
Yes, I'm hearing you now. Go ahead.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So it is going to be challenging, as you know. We have the injunction that is before us, so we would like to get that um, removed in the first instance, and we also have the salary negotiations 2014 to 2017, and as you would have been aware, the Minister of Finance did refer us to the Special Tribunal of the Industrial Court. So we have to deal with that issue as well too. But there are a number of challenges that teachers face both collectively at school and individually. And we are going to be meeting those challenges head on. It's going to be a lot of work, but I know we have capable and competent officers who were elected, as well as the industrial relations department, the professional development areas as well too. We intend to address, upgrade in terms of set skills that teachers, retooling teachers for the future. As we had the pandemic and we are out of it face to face, we are also in a area where technology is still a means of educating, but it is with a word of caution to the Ministry of Education that if you are looking to infuse technology into teaching and the way that they are looking at doing it, you need to speak with the recognized majority union before you go forward with it. In some instances, I know we've had meetings with the ministry, but if you're looking at a whole school approach in terms of all the schools in Trinidad, and when we speak about Tobago, we will meet with the Division of Education. So it is going to be interesting times, as I said yesterday, but we are ready and we are looking forward to addressing all of these issues.
Are there any plans to I mean, I hear you saying that you wanna, you're gonna talk to the ministry, you're gonna talk to the division, you're also sending out, a word of caution to them. But I know in the past we've seen where people have felt as though TTUTA missed opportunities to work with the ministry rather than come up against them. Are there any plans to adjust this perspective, or is it gonna still be them versus us kind of situation?
In any environment, especially in the industrial relations environment, there are going to be instances where we have not come to a common place. And in all instances, tutor maintains that collaboration, meaningful dialogue is the first step that we need to take. And so we will continue reaching out to our stakeholders, especially the Ministry of Education, the Chief Personnel Officer, the Teaching Service Commission, Division of Education, boards of management. We will continue to reach out. We always have that open dialogue, sorry, and we are always going to maintain that. But there are times we are not going to stand for certain things. We stand on basic principles, fundamental principles that we will not compromise on. sorry, sorry about it. So that yes, it may seem at times that it is us against them, and there are times we naturally will have to do that. But generally, in the whole scheme of things, tutor will always be open to negotiations, meaningful dialogue, meaningful consultation, and coming up with the best possible solution under any circumstances. because we have to take things one at a time.
Yeah, I look forward to seeing how it all unfolds, especially all the things that have already been on the table that you would have inherited from the previous presidents and going forward. But I also saw very interestingly in an article that you said you want to change the public perception of TUTA. Tell me the first step in doing that.
The first step in changing the perception of TUTA and by extension all our teachers is to educate the entire population and remind. I think it's more of a reminder of the important role that teachers play in the scheme of national development, but also in community development in terms of the entire nation. Teachers have an important role, and there are, and with all professions, there are a few bad mangoes in the basket, and we believe, and we strongly believe, I should say, that our profession should not be judged by those persons, but be judged by the good ones. We had a program called the Teacher of the Year, in which we highlighted the work of teachers. We intend to strengthen that now, where we highlight the good that teachers do, because besides imparting the knowledge of the curriculum, the hidden curriculum, teachers are also involved in a number of community-based organizations. They do a lot of voluntary work. In the past, as I said in the article, in a community, a teacher was placed on a high pedestal when people needed consultation, when they needed collaboration, or even resolved an issue, sometimes family issue. They would go to the teacher, and the teacher would give sound advice. And we want that to be the image of teachers. We are there to improve the children and the nation on the whole. And so we need to remind people of that.
And we definitely applaud that here on the Now Morning Show. We definitely salute and celebrate teachers. But I would offer one word of caution, because it's similar to the TTPS. There will always be bad elements, and we're going to have to figure out ways to get rid of those in the service as well. But I thank you very much for your time this morning, Mr. Lum Kin, and congratulations again. All the best going forward.
Thank you, and thank you for having me on the program, and I look forward to future collaboration and interviews with you.
Of course, and hopefully next time you'll be in studio so we can chat, and I could offer you some water.
Yeah. Oh, sure. Just have little cool. But yes, I will make every effort to be there.
No problem. Take care. Enjoy your day. That's the brand new TTUTA President, Mr. Martin Lum Kin, just checking in with us to, I guess we welcoming him, to the spotlight. It's going to be a very interesting ride. I look forward to it. When we come back, we're going to be talking carnival and entrepreneurship, young entrepreneurship. So stay tuned. It's the Now Morning Show.